Hey everybody, today is my first time making pot roast. So I marinated it overnight with I got soy sauce in here, Italian seasoning, garlic and herb seasoning, rosemary, Southwest Chipotle seasoning, that's Mrs. Dash, a garlic and herb, no salt seasoning, a garlic and herb seasoning with salt, paprika, parsley, what else? I got a little bit of everything in here. Just had it overnight, cut up some onions and peppers. I'm gonna do the whole thing on the stove top. About to start heating up my pan. I'm gonna add a little bit, about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, a couple of sprays of this olive oil spray, and probably like 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon of butter, and get that going. I'm gonna take this roast out of here and dust it with a little bit of flour, and then I'm gonna come back and put it in the pan. I also forgot to mention that I stuffed it with garlic, just to let you know. Alright, so I got it in the pan. I already browned one side. I only browned it for maybe 3 minutes or something. So I'm going to take it out and put it in a bowl. And then I'm going to go ahead and saute my onions and peppers. Alright. So I got it browned. I browned it on 3 sides. Take it out. Put it in this bowl. I got my onions and peppers. I'm about to throw them in there and saute them. Gotta pause it. Alright, so I didn't like how the bottom of the pan was looking, so I cleaned it out some. Add my onions and peppers back in. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this garlic and herb seasoning to it. A lot of bit more. So I'm probably just gonna saute this for about, I don't know, I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna saute it for about maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the roast back. I might add some potatoes in here, but I'm not sure yet, because I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna do brown rice, and I'm gonna do some squash, or I'm gonna do some broccoli. I'm not sure what I want exactly for my sides yet, but this is gonna take the most amount of time. So I'm gonna get these nice and mainly the onions, get them transparent, and get the peppers soften up a little bit. So I think I'm gonna do about 5 minutes, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna do the potatoes, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I got my peppers and onions doing what they do, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop my roast on top of that. I got some, I didn't want to use beef stock, and I already had bouillon in here. So this is about 2 cups of water with 2 bouillon cubes. I think I'm going to add maybe another cup of water. I'm going to turn it down to about 4. And well, I don't know, I might turn it down a little bit low. I don't want to put it all the way on low. And then I'm gonna let it cook for about an hour. Alright, so I decided to bring it to a boil. And then I'm gonna turn it down to 2. To a simmer, but not a super low simmer. I'm gonna throw this top on here and I'll come back and check it in about 30 minutes. I think I decided I'm gonna go ahead and make some brown rice, so I'll show y'all how I do that. Alright, I'm getting my water ready for my rice. Brown rice is more bland than white rice. So, I mean, I rarely ever make white rice, but you have to jazz it up a little bit. So, I have 2 1/4 cups of water going, a couple sprinkles of parsley, a couple sprinkles of the garlic and herb seasoning, and about a tablespoon of vegetable oil. The MVP is to throw you a bouillon cube in there. It'll change your life. So once that gets boiling, I'll add my rice to it and show y'all how I do that. Alright, so I got my water to a boil. I just have 1 cup of brown rice. I'm gonna pour it in here. I'm gonna let it boil for about 15 minutes. I like to let it boil on high. And then I'm gonna turn it all the way down and put a lid on it and let it simmer. Brown rice takes longer to cook too, so it might have to simmer for 30 minutes. It might be 45. I just have to check the texture and see if it's what I like. I used to steam the rice, like boil it and then take it out, strain it and steam it. But I ain't got time for all that, so I'ma just do the regular rice cooker method and just do it in a pot and let the water evaporate out or whatever and soak into the rice. Just a pro tip, clean your surfaces and wash your dishes as you go. You don't want to finish cooking and have your kitchen a mess, and then now you have to, instead of concentrating on eating or whatever, you have to wash all these dishes and clean everything up. So while you have stuff going in your pots, go ahead and clean your surfaces. Alright, so I decided I'm gonna do zucchini. I was gonna do like a stewed squash, but I feel like that's gonna be doing too much since the roast is gonna have like a gravy. I'm not really a gravy person, but you know, it is what it is. So I already diced this up, or did a chop, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna throw it in a Ziploc bag with some oil and some seasonings and toss it around and coat it real good, and then I'm gonna just roast them. So I'll show you what it's looking like after I throw it in the bag and put it on some foil. This thing looks crusty. I have one of these little tabletop ovens. This is what I cook mainly everything on. But since I made a roast, I decided to do it on the stove. So I'll show you how it looks using this thing. Hold on. Alright. So I put them in here. It's mainly like a garlic parmesan situation. I put it in with a little oil, rubbed it together, tossed it. I sprayed this foil with cooking spray. I should have did this a different way because I need my hands. I'm going to try to lay them out as flat as possible. Let me pause it right quick so I can move it. Alright, so I got it in the little oven thing. The number's rubbed off of here, so I don't know exactly what the time is. This is 40 minutes right here. But I'm going to do them for like 30, which should be somewhere right here. I'm gonna just pay attention to the time. You set the time, you close it, and it cooks. It's easy. You can line it with foil. When you want to clean, you just take the foil out. You could take this bowl off and just wash it in the sink, throw it right back on here. It's so easy to cook stuff in. I'll show you what those look like when they're done. These have been going for about 30, no, not 30, about 15, 20 minutes. They're getting a nice little golden brown color on them. I'm going to toss them around just so all of, you know, one side is not crispy. I like my stuff, like if I'm roasting it, I like it to have a little brown to it. But I don't want it to get too dark on this side, so I'm going to turn them over and cook them for the other 10, 15 minutes, however long it is. And I'll show y'all what that look like. Alright, I don't remember what time I put this rice in here, but it's probably been 30 minutes, I think. I don't remember exactly when I put it in here, but most of the water is gone. I think I'm gonna put the lid on. I like it to be a little more drier than this, so I'm gonna put the lid on for probably another 10 minutes. And that's gonna be that on the rice. Oh, hold up, I gotta get a towel. The roast, ooh, it's too much steam. I turned it over maybe 10 minutes ago. It's been cooking for about 45 minutes right now. I know it's gonna have to cook probably another hour. It still got enough juice in here. I don't have to mess with that. I'm gonna let it finish cooking for the other 15 minutes on this side, and then I'm gonna flip it again. So I'm probably gonna wind up flipping it 2 more times. I'm gonna flip it in 15 minutes and then let it cook another 30 minutes on the other side, and then I'm gonna flip it again. Cause I mean, technically it's done, but I want it to get tender, so I'm gonna just keep rotating it like I'm sticking the fork in there, and it's still, you know, a little tough. So as long as I need to cook it, I'm cooking this for dinner. It is 11:48 in the morning, and it's Sunday, but I feel like because I knew this was gonna take long, I figure I cook it early so that way it'll be done. And if I want to go leave out the house and do something, because I don't have a crock pot, it'll be done already. So that's everything I got going. Oh, excuse me, everything I got going. I'll show y'all everything when it's done, when everything is done for real. Alright, that's the finished product. I always get a little piece of avocado and some of that everything but the bagel seasoning. I eat avocado with everything. That's my roast, my onions and potatoes, my rice. That's the texture I like my rice to be right there. I already cut my roast so it's hard to see, but I cooked it like a little less than 2 hours. I just turned the fire off and I put the I kept the lid on it so it could hold the heat, but it's pretty tender right now. I'm about to kill it. Thank you for watching.